Good morning.
We're starting off our day in Minneapolis, Minnesota, or more specifically Bloomington, Minnesota. We've been here for 6 days, I think, something like that. We've done quite a bit here, explored all around, went to a lot of restaurants, breweries, saw Minnesota Tesla Club people. I'll show you guys some of the clips now, but we're headed to Chicago. You guys enjoyed those clips of our exploring around Minneapolis. You know how we start off our days, with coffee, of course. We just placed our mobile order for Starbucks. We're gonna go grab that, and then I think we're gonna try and make it all the way to Tomah, Wisconsin. I know the car can make it, it's only 177 miles.
It's whether my bladder can or not.
That's the question. Because we'll be skipping to Electrify America in between in Woodbury, Minnesota, which we definitely won't need to stop there. That's still in the Minneapolis, St. Paul metro. And then there's also Eau Claire, Wisconsin. I think that's 120 miles, something like that. I could be totally off. But it's closer than Tomah. But we're going to try and make it to Tomah. Let's see how this goes. And in case you were wondering, here's how many miles we are so far into this road trip since we left Charlotte, North Carolina, a little over 2 weeks ago, I think. Something like that. A while ago.
So we went to Starbucks and their in-store was closed and only their drive-thru was open. So since that was the situation, their drive-thru was probably a half hour to an hour long wait.
20 cars plus.
So we just left and then we contacted Starbucks to ask them for a refund, and they did. So that's good. So we didn't get coffee. So I guess we're going all the way to where?
We're going to Tomah, Wisconsin, and there's a Starbucks kind of across the street from the Walmart that the Electrify America's at, so it kind of works out. Yeah, we'll get a little bit later coffee, but I wish I had gotten my coffee. I'm pretty annoyed that it was drive-through only, but life goes on.
Yeah.
We just arrived to the Tomah, Wisconsin with Walmart Electrify America. Car is not happy about the low charge. We're at 3%. And let's go to the Electrify America app. And we're on, Kaylee, can you see what number we're on?
I think it says 3, but I can't really tell, and I can't move my neck any more than I did.
And let's try and use the Electrify America app to maybe activate it here. Oh, there we go. Took us a second. It's the one next to the Chatamo, so that should be easy enough, hopefully. Select charger, maybe?
It's definitely 3, because the one over there is 1.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess we're pulling out the app on my phone instead. Maybe. Oh, there we go.
3.
3, okay. Start charge. Start charge, maybe?
It doesn't like you today. Just pull out your phone.
Okay.
I'm just wasting time waiting for this one.
Well, here we go. We'll pull out the... Oh, I guess it is maybe working and it's just showing it on my phone and not on the CarPlay screen. Maybe.
Why don't you go plug it in?
Yeah, let's go outside and plug in. Hello. Well, I just plugged this in. It did not activate via the app, so I just ended up plugging in and then using the Apple Wallet RFID activation, essentially. And that worked totally fine. And kudos to Volkswagen's thermal management. We still get 125 kilowatt, even though it's pretty cold out. It's like 50 degrees out. So happy with that. I might bring myself to walk over to Starbucks across the street. It's pretty chilly, like I said. Otherwise, we might just walk into Walmart. We'll see what we end up doing here.
I'm not going anywhere. It's cold out there. I'm staying in the car.
Okay, well, we can walk solo. But anyway, check out our twin next to us, or like yin yang. Okay, but mirror copy, essentially. It's a black Pro S with gradient versus our white Pro S with gradient.
It's the only thing that's similar is the Pro S and the gradient. It's black. It's got a different interior. It's
black on black instead of white on gray.
I guess.
It's the dark version of our car, essentially.
Okay, that's better, but you said twin, and that's not my twin.
Okay.
I don't like being referred to as that being my twin.
Who said it's your twin?
Whatever. The car's twin.
But anyway, 177 miles for almost 100% usage of the battery, so the cold is taking its toll a little bit, but it's fine. We're also going kind of quick. Let me show you the stats from this drive. So here we drove 176 miles, 2.4 mile per kilowatt hour, and since we left Charlotte, North Carolina 2 weeks ago, almost 3,400 miles. Well, we ended up charging on that station number 3 for probably about 10 minutes, and then it dropped down to 35 kilowatts, so I swapped over to this station number 4. Now we're getting full charge rate. We're up to 51%. And we're still getting 93 kilowatt, which is totally normal. But let me show you the supercharger install going on over there. So here we have the Electrify America Station 4 stall at Walmart. And then over here we've got a 50 kilowatt Zeph Energy 50 kilowatt DC fast charger, as well as 2 Clipper Creek level 2 stations. Here we have the Jason Lucene Insurance Agency. They're a great supporter of the Minnesota Tesla Club. And that's why this supercharger exists. This is an 8-stall V3 250 kilowatt per stall Tesla supercharger. Should be opened very soon. They look ready to go. They just need to be commissioned. They have some caution tape all around them, but this is a great spot for EV charging.
Starbucks, Starbucks, Starbucks.
We just unplugged at Tomah, Wisconsin. Like I said, we had to switch stalls. So we were about 42 minutes, I think. But we charged up to 80%. Now we're heading across the street to Starbucks because it was too cold to walk over there. But if it was nice out, it would certainly be an easy walk. Is Kaylee excited?
Starbucks, Starbucks, Starbucks.
I'll take that as a yes. We got our Starbucks. It's not going well for Kaylee. Her straw was taken by the wind, and it's not going well. But we're back on the road, and we're going to head to Madison, Wisconsin. Is your coffee yummy at least?
I haven't even gotten to take a sip of it yet.
Oh, that's just tragic.
Yeah. It's alright. I might have to steal your straw for a second.
Arrived to the Madison, Wisconsin Electrify America. We're charging up. We pulled in with 26%. We're already up to 35%. We're getting 100 kilowatt at 36%, so not a perfect charge session, but it's fine. Kaylee's hiding under her little blanket here. Maybe she'll peek her head out and say hi.
Hello.
We're charging up to about 80% here to make it all the way to Oak Brook, Illinois, outside the Chicago metro. Because that's where we're going to be staying, and we want to get to the Allbirds store before they close at 6 p.m., and it's currently 3 p.m. I believe that's about 160 miles. Let me look here. $134 miles, so actually not that bad as far as distance. So about 80%, that will leave us with a buffer, so that way we're not rolling in with nothing. Maybe Kaylee will be charged up once we're done charging here. Is that unlikely?
Sounds very unlikely.
We charge up to 85% here in Madison, Wisconsin. Kaylee lounged in the car. I went in and used the restroom. We charge alongside a Mach-E and an ID.4, and we charge up to an estimated 170 miles with 135 miles to go till we get to the Allbirds in Oak Brook, Illinois, outside Chicago. And then there's an Electrify America a couple miles away from there, so we'll charge after we go to Allbirds, because Allbirds closes at 6 o'clock, and we currently have an estimated arrival of 5:37 to the mall that the Allbirds is in. So we ended up making it to Allbirds before they closed. Kaylee got some stuff. We got our blue laces. We got some pins, which are super cool. And we're at the Oak Brook Commons, I think it's called, or Oak Brook Mall, something like that. And what we have behind us is a somewhat rare Volta free DC fast charger. So I'm going to show you guys how to activate that and how to use it. It should be about 50 kilowatt. Right behind us, there's a Tesla using their normal AC Volta unit, but let's try the DC. I'm going to hand the camera to Kaylee and we'll start it up. So based on what I saw on PlugShare, apparently you have to activate it on their app. So we'll go on to Volta and see what we need here. There's a lot of Volta stations at this mall, which is actually pretty darn cool. I think it's this one, yep. There's only one here, so check in. Plug in your car, okay, I can do that. And it's only CCS, there's no CHAdeMO or anything, which is good. Okay, I plugged in my car. Let's see what it says now. Starting your charge, that's promising. We'll see a green light there when it starts, hopefully. I just heard contactors click, that's a good sign.
And it's green.
And it's charging. So it should be 30 minutes free. I don't know if it'll tell me any information. I'm gonna try and track that down, and then we'll see there. We just got to our hotel, the Hyatt Lodge. It's connected to McDonald's Hamburger University. I think it was like 90 something for the night. Parking is like probably a quarter-mile walk.
It's not that long.
It was pretty far. At least it felt like it in the rain.
It's not that far. It was like across the street and then up some stairs, Brandon.
Okay. Well, it was annoyingly far. May not have physically been that far. We first got put into a room that had a painting cart in it and was propped open with fresh paint. So we had to switch rooms. So yeah, it's been a long night. We got dinner at the Cheesecake Factory. And we're going to hit the road again tomorrow. We're probably going to explore a little bit downtown Chicago, and then we'll hit the road to Charlotte.
I'm tired.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Kaylee's a little tired, as she just said. I don't know if I cut that out or not. But we're starting our day in Oak Brook, Illinois, kind of west of downtown Chicago. And we're heading into downtown Chicago. We're starting off our morning with Starbucks Reserve Roastery. So if you've been watching us for a while, you saw that we were pretty obsessed with Starbucks Reserve Bar in Palm Springs, California. But this time we're going to an actual Starbucks Reserve Roastery, not just a bar. So they actually roast the coffee, they have food. It's a whole different level.
I've never been to a roastery.
I was just going to say that. I was just going to say I've been to the Seattle Roastery, but Kaylee has not been to any roastery, so it's going to be a new experience for her. And each roastery is a little bit different, so it'll still be a cool experience for me. I think it's like 2 or 3 levels, so we'll have to show you guys, and it should be pretty fun. Then we're going to go to the other Allbirds in the Chicago area, and I think we're going to end up in either Indianapolis or Cincinnati, depending on how we feel. Let's get on the road. So we ended up not going to Starbucks Reserve right away. We drove by, saw a line out the door, ended up going to Allbirds. Do you want to show them the new laces, Kaylee? This Chicago Allbirds store had 2 lace colors. It was a bright blue, or like more navy blue, and a yellow.
Put it against my pale skin, I will be able to see it.
Oh, I thought you were making a mustache.
No. Just because the navy blends into everything else that I'm wearing, so we got to put it against my pale skin.
So we got those. We got some pins. They have like a little personalized bean as their pin, and it's metal.
I didn't see that. Where is it?
It's metal, unlike most of them that are wood.
Stop.
There we go. Maybe.
You're putting it too close.
There we go. So yeah, we got those. Now we're going to Starbucks Reserve Roastery. And hopefully parking isn't too terrible, and hopefully the line isn't too terrible.
Hopefully the line's died down. If it's gotten worse, we might have to skip it.
Yeah. I'm sure we'll be back there again at some point.
Okay.
See you guys in a bit.
Damn, you looking so good, now gotta have it. You fit my whole world upside down. You like the perfect melody now. Would you harmonize with me? Yeah. You got me floating off the ground. You're a symphony. You're my favorite sound. When I look at you, I hear my heart pound. Baby, you're like a song stuck in my head. I can't get you out. I just lie awake in my bed, singing your name out loud. You're like a song stuck in my head. I can't get you out. I just lie awake.
We just made it to the Starbucks Reserve Roastery. This is the world's largest coffee shop.
lifting up the ground. You're a symphony, you're my favorite sound. When I look at you, I hear my heart pound. Baby, you're like a song stuck in my head. I can't get you out. I just lie awake in my bed, singing your name out loud. You're like a song stuck in my head. I can't get you out. I just lie awake in my bed, singing your name out loud. You're like a
have a lovely visit at the Starbucks Reserve Roastery here in Chicago. 4 floors of wonderful coffee, pastries, drinks, you name it, they have it. Apparently the world's largest coffee shop, I guess.
I feel like that's just something they said.
Yeah, I feel like that's maybe not 100% accurate, but we've got our reserve lattes. That was our parting drink. We got martinis, we got pizza. What else do we
go?
Okay, we'll go in just a second, love. We have 15 minutes.
Yeah, you've already used like 10 of them booking that hotel.
Oh.
We gotta go.
Okay. Well, we're heading to Fair Oaks, Indiana. It's only about 90 miles from here. We just wanted to get out of the Chicago metro to avoid traffic. And we are at like 56% charge. So we would have had to go north to go to Electrify America to charge up to get out if we wanted to go any farther. So
we had to go slightly west, and it was no more out of the way than any of the other Electrify Americas there was.
Well, anyway, this hotel has charging. It's only an hour and a half drive. It'll be a nice, relaxing evening, and then tomorrow we'll have like almost 700 miles to go home, or maybe we'll stay another night somewhere. We'll figure it out. Let's get on the road. Kaylee, what do we think of the Fair Oaks, or Fairfield Fair Oaks Farms?
Something like that. It's very nice. I like it.
Yeah, this room is actually like nicer than I was expecting. Apparently it's only about 3 years old. Let's see Kaylee and I. Ooh, nice big shower too. We're gonna get settled in and maybe grab some food and relax. Here's yet another example of why the Tesla adapter comes in handy for road trips in a non-Tesla. Here there are only 2 Tesla wall connectors. Tesla charging station set up here. And we're at the Fairfield Inn and Suites by Marriott, and it's a barn set up here. I don't know if you can see it, but you can kind of see at least the supercharger cabinet out there, the little square box. There's an 8-stall V3 supercharger here, and I think this opened actually after we last passed through this area with Kaylee's Tesla. There you can see the charging again behind us. But this is a cool little stop. I definitely would recommend stopping here if you're traveling through in a Tesla anyway, because why not? And there you can definitely see the V3 superchargers all lined up there, and some cars even charging on them.
Good morning.
Hello from Fair Oaks, Indiana. A little town that kind of sort of feels like a mini cult. Apparently it's...
Smells like manure here.
Yeah. Kaylee kept asking me if I farted, but no, it's just the outside air.
Yeah.
Apparently this is known as the Disneyland of agricultural tourism. So that's fun. There's a cafe, which only has drip coffee. So I don't know how they could even think that they're even slightly cafe. But we're heading to Lafayette, Indiana first. It's only about 45 miles away, but they have an Electrify America station and they have Starbucks, and we need some society, not just farm fields around us. I went to get some beer last night at the gas station to enjoy with the hot tub. Apparently they can only sell warm beer here, which is
I don't get.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
If someone understands that, please explain in the comments.
Like, maybe they can't have it ready to consume. I don't really understand. I don't understand why
you're gonna consume it regardless. I guess, like, so you can't, like, drink it on the way home, but, like, if you're that committed to drinking alcohol on the way home, you're just gonna drink it warm.
Yeah, if you really want to get drunk, you'll drink warm beer.
Yeah.
So, if anyone knows why that is, please explain, because I don't understand the logic there. We'll see you guys in Lafayette. Lafayette Electrify America here. We're rolling in with 76% charge, so we definitely don't need to charge. Drove 49 miles. We got our Starbucks. But we have to go about 185 miles to get to Louisville, I believe. And we're currently estimating 153 miles. So let's get plugged in. I did already activate the station with the CarPlay app. So here we see it says, please plug in. And let's do just that. There we go. Make sure it ramps up. There we go, connecting to vehicle. Maybe I can get it to not have terrible reflections. Initiating charging. I heard contactors click, and cable cooling is going. Let's see what we got. 4 speeds. Should get probably like 50, maybe 60 or 70 kilowatt. So currently 37 kilowatt. Not bad. I think it should be slightly higher than that, but I could be wrong. I don't remember the exact curve on this car. But we're going to enjoy our Starbucks, and then we'll get back on the road. We just charged up to 96% here in Lafayette, Indiana. And now we're going to be bypassing Indianapolis. We're heading to Louisville. We charged up to 96%. Car's estimating 193 miles of range. We have 171 miles to go. And Kaylee, what did we do while we were charging?
I dragged Brandon into GameStop, and we talked to the guy there. Yeah.
What did you drag me into GameStop for?
Because I want a Nintendo Switch.
And why do you want a Nintendo Switch?
So I can play games while you're driving.
Kaylee's recently really gotten into like streams on Twitch of gamers and Sims and all sorts of games.
I was just watching Animal Crossing. Speaking of, I need to go back to that.
Now she's pulling out her iPad mini to watch her stream.
No, I'm pulling out my AirPods. I'll just watch it on my phone.
Anyway, 2.5 hours. We're now in Eastern time, and we'll see you guys in Louisville. Though we'll probably make a potty stop between. Arrived to Louisville, I believe this is, if I remember correctly.
Right.
We're on the Electrify America app here, or technically it's Clarksville, I guess. So select charger. We're on number 5. Start charge, and let's go outside. Get us plugged in. We arrived with 35 miles of estimated range.
And 16%.
16%, and since this morning, 215 miles, 2.7 mile per kilowatt hour. And on this drive, 166 miles. We ended up going a slightly shorter route through Indianapolis due to traffic and rerouting, and 2.8 mile per kilowatt hour. I definitely could have ripped it harder if I wanted to, but again, let's get plugged in. The station's ready for us. That's always a good sign after you've activated it to have it say please plug in. Open the charge port. Grab a cable, wrestle it a little bit. It's not easy to plug these in with one hand with camera in the other hand. And again, let's check out the ramp up. And we're up to full speed. And I think we're gonna run over and get some food, but this is at a Sam's Club and a Walmart. But we've got Taco Bell over there. We've got Qdoba, which is where we're gonna go over there, if it wants to focus. And then just some other like little strip mall things. And it's warmed up, it's about 60 degrees here. And this is actually a 6-stall Electrify America. We charged up to 97% here in Louisville, and we're hitting the road. We still don't know where we're going to stay tonight or if we're going to push through to Charlotte. We'll figure it out as we go. Kaylee's browsing hotels. We're going to keep pushing forward. We just made it to our hotel room here. It's the Avid Hotel by IHG. We've never stayed in one of these before, but it's pretty nice. I think it opened like a month ago or so. Maybe
the
even
now
less.
open sign was still up, so that tells you enough, I feel like.
Yeah. The room smells a little bit like bleach, but that's a good smell for a hotel room, I think. Bed is comfy for just sitting on here so far. We haven't really laid on it yet. I'm just seeing that this outlet has both USB-A and USB-C, so that's pretty cool. That tells you that it's...
Along with 4 normal plugs.
Yeah,
those
so...
are called.
And that's just by the desk. And then, yeah, there's outlets and USB ports by both of the bedsides, so that's very nice. Big TV. I'll show you guys the room in a second. But we're in Lexington, Kentucky. We didn't make it as far as we wanted to because...
We looked and there was just not a great hotel options between here and pretty much home, so...
Yeah, so it leaves us with about 400 miles tomorrow, but that's not too bad. But it looks like ChargePoint and Blink have just gone absolutely ham between Charlotte and Lexington, Kentucky, basically.
So they all cost money.
Yeah,
to
so
charge.
If they're ChargePoint, they're either like $1.50 or $2.50 an hour for charging, which that's just nuts. Or if it's Blink, which are pretty much every single level 2 hotel charging in the
Knoxville.
Knoxville, it's 2 cents per 30 seconds, which is, don't even get me started on how ridiculous of a pricing structure that is. Why would you charge per 30 seconds? I don't know how Blink still exists, but that's a conversation for a different video. But we're here.
That $4 an hour?
Let's do some math here.
And that's for level 2 charging, so that's kind of ridiculous.
That's not right.
That you did 6 minutes, not 60.
Oh. That's about $2.40 an hour.
I was really off. My math skill is not good. But still.
So it's either $2.40 an hour or whatever 3 cents per 30 seconds is if you're not a Blink member, which, I mean, is free, so anyone would be a member. But still, little nuts. I just avoid that out of principle, essentially, and out of cheapness.
For us, with Electrify America being free, it really doesn't make sense to pay for, like, overnight charging.
Or really any charging.
Yeah.
Like, this entire trip so far, we've spent, I think, $16 on charging. And one was kind of unavoidable DC fast charging between Iowa and Minnesota. And the other was overnight charging in Lincoln, Nebraska, because it was very convenient and it was in the parking garage. So we just paid it.
And
the hotel was
so
cheap.
Yeah.
So it essentially offset if we had paid slightly more for a hotel that had free charging. So in that case, it made sense. But we're not going to spend $120 plus for a night in a hotel and then spend $15, $20 for charging on top of that. That just doesn't make sense. We'd rather just start off low in the morning and then... What are you doing, Kaylee?
Getting bored from you talking so much.
Okay.
If we're being honest.
I'll take that as a sign. Let me show you guys this room here, and then I'll show you the charging setup downstairs as well when we go back out to go get some food, because it's 2 Tesla destination chargers and then 1 Clipper Creek unit. So here's the room. There's the bed, king size. Got little nightstands on both sides. 2 USB-A ports, power outlet, nice little lamp. Same thing over there, plus a phone. I guess phones still exist in hotel rooms for whatever reason.
Well, you have to call it the front desk or something.
True. Here's a pretty nice view out the front. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but like we're on the 4th floor and it's not bad. Nice and green. Here is that outlet setup with the USB-C and the USB-A, as I mentioned.
You're screaming, the whole floor can hear you.
Big TV. Kaylee chilling here at the little desk. Pretty efficient use of space. The little iron that we thought was a lunchbox that had been left behind. You've got a little bench or luggage holder. Another little bench or luggage holder. We're using both as luggage holders. Some hangers. Mirror. There's the bathroom. Nice mirror with nice lighting. I'm always a fan of built-in pump soaps. It's better for the environment, and that way you're not having to like restrict yourself how much you're using, especially if you're staying more than one night or ask for more bottles. And we got the usual towels and stuff, toilet, nice stand-up shower, and again with built-in pump soap. Big fan of that. And yeah, that's our hotel room here. Good morning from Lexington, Kentucky. We just placed our mobile orders for Starbucks. It's 8:11 in the morning. We were up before the sun was up. And we're gonna go get some Starbucks and then head home today. But we're gonna be getting lunch at 1:15 at Sierra Nevada Brewing. If you watched our little getaway video, you saw that we tried to go to Sierra Nevada, but we didn't have a reservation, and then we had some charging troubles, and we didn't really get to go. So that was unfortunate, so we decided on the way home today we'll make an effort to actually go, and we made a reservation this time. Hopefully it's good.
Just something on it.
Kaylee has tea from the hotel.
Okay, let's go get the Starbucks.
We got our Starbucks. I got my apple crisp macchiato. Kaylee, what'd you get?
Hey, same thing.
Okay, and I have my yummy pumpkin scone, and let me show you guys where we're going. We're headed to the Harley-Davidson dealer in Kodak, Tennessee as our first stop today. 185 miles from here. So we're up here near Lexington, Frankfort area, and then we're coming down to Kodak. And then Asheville is somewhere here. Asheville is like here-ish. And then that's where we're gonna be going to Sierra Nevada. Well, we're at the Williamsburg, Kentucky Electrify America. There's an ID.4 next to us. We actually ended up stopping at this one after about 98 miles for a bathroom break after Starbucks. And we needed to charge. Well, actually, we didn't need to charge. I could have made it all the way to Kodak, Tennessee. However, I wanted to be able to rip it. And when I realized after Starbucks we're going to need to use the restroom, I decided to just rip it all the way here. We averaged 2.1 mile per kilowatt hour over 98 miles. Let me see here. Yeah, 2.1 miles per kilowatt hour over 98 miles. And we did that in an hour, 28 minutes. And now we have 87 miles to go. And we're plugged in. I think we plugged in at 36%. There's an ID.4 next to us. Kind of had to park like an idiot because there were cones blocking two of the stalls. And after I plugged in, a guy came out from working on the cabinets behind there saying apparently that cone was indicating that the stall was being worked on, even though it was not clear. There was no like service van or anything like that. Truck was unmarked, and cones are commonly used to just block spots for EV owners so that other people don't park and block them. So I made sure that he knew it was not at all clear that I shouldn't be using that station for those reasons. So Kaylee went in and used the restroom. I'm going to run in and use the restroom. We'll probably gain 10, 15, maybe 20%, and then we'll hit the road again. Just charged up for about 17 minutes. We're up to 64% here in Williamsburg, and we're about to head 87 miles to Kodak, Tennessee. We just made it to Kodak, Tennessee. We're here at 16% already plugged in, so it's ramping up here. I'll show you guys what it looks like ramping up on the car screen rather than on the Electrify America station this time. You can see the Harley-Davidson dealership in the background. Definitely didn't use as much energy as I expected to coming here. There's a decent amount of traffic, so I wasn't able to rip it as hard, and there was just less speed, I guess, than I thought. So there we have 6 miles per minute. It switched from the miles per hour to the miles per minute as it ramped up. And here we have the station. So we're getting full 127 kilowatt. Hopefully you can see that. And if you remember, this is actually the station we started our road trip at. So this is a 4-stall station, and Bass Pro Shops, Chop House, Uncle Buck's, Fairfield, Harley-Davidson, that's the host here. Then there's also Tennessee Jerky and a Holiday Inn Express. But here we have the car. I think we're going to charge up quite a bit here. So we'll most likely end up charging up here quite a bit. It's about 103 miles to Sierra Nevada Brewing. They have level 2 charging. And it's only 203 miles back to our apartment in Charlotte. So I think this will be our last DC fast charge, at least for this trip. And our reservation, we moved to 1:45 at Sierra Nevada, and it's an hour and 45-minute drive. So we can probably charge here for about 40 minutes. It's 11:22 now, and get close to 100%. Probably walk over to Bass Pro Shops. What do you think, Kaylee? Too cold? What if I want to walk over there?
Then you can go. I'll stay in the warm car.
That's not fair. Well, we just charged up to 93% here in Kodak, Tennessee. It's estimating 183 miles of range. We have 203 miles to go home. and 103 miles to Sierra Nevada Brewing, and we'll charge on level 2 while we're eating and having some beer at Sierra Nevada. So let's get on the road so we can meet our 1:45 reservation. It's an hour and 40 minutes, and it's 12:05. We just made it to Sierra Nevada Brewing, and this is actually not our ID.4. That's our ID.4, so we're here plugged in, and we have some friends. And there's the giant Sierra Nevada sign. Hopefully you can see it behind me, maybe? But we're gonna head inside and go get some food and drink. We just had lovely late lunch, early dinner, I guess, and some beer at Sierra Nevada. I had a pretzel, Kaylee had a pizza. They were both delicious. Check out our Instagram if you want to see some photos of that, at Brandon and Kaylee, link down below. And now we're headed home to Charlotte. We've gone up to, let's see,
55.
We've gone up to 55% from 46%, so that should be plenty to get us home. Probably a bit low, but that's fine. And if you've made it here this far and you haven't watched part 1 and part 2 of this road trip, you should go check those out after you're done with this. From Charlotte to Denver and Denver to Minneapolis. What were you saying?
I forgot.
Oh, okay. But we've got about 105 miles to go, and it's projecting 120 miles of range, so should be fine-ish.
As long as you don't drive like a buffoon, yeah, I will be fine.
Okay. Let's hit the road. Oh, and we talked to the other ID.4 owner, and they love it as well, so that was nice to see them. And they got doggos.
Let's go.
Home.
Yay!
4,430 miles later, 2.6 miles per kilowatt hour, average speed 49 miles per hour, 88 driving hours. Let's see how many kilowatt hour we used. We used 1.7 megawatt hour of power, and we only paid for, I think, roughly $16 of charging this entire trip. Once in Minnesota at the DC fast charger, that charge point one, and then the first time in Nebraska at the hotel and that parking ramp. So we did really well as far as charging cost. Everything else pretty much was either Electrify America or free hotel charging, so no cost there since we have 3 years of free DC fast charging on Electrify America with the ID.4. Any quick thoughts? We'll make a whole video going over like kind of a deep dive of ID.4 road trip experience, but any like quick thoughts on?
No, I would like to play my game.
I unloaded the car fully. I already vacuumed the ID.4. I swapped our cars in the garages since Kaylee's Mini was in the other garage that I usually park in with charging. So Kaylee's been relaxing and she's now in Sims playing mode. I even went and got her mail for her from the mailroom.
I like to take things slowly, and you're like, ram, bam, get it done. Like, I would have done all those things. It just would have been much slower than you.
Okay, fair. I wanted to do it before the sunset. It's 6:15. But anyway, I think the road trip was really good. I don't have any complaints, but like I said, we'll make a full deep dive video. If you enjoyed this, hit the like button. If you want to see more content like this, and hopefully you do if you made it this far, hit the subscribe button and the notification bell. That way you see it right away. That really helps it rise up in the algorithm too if people watch stuff right away. And if you haven't already, watch the first 2 parts of this road trip series, because there's a lot more content just like this in those. See you guys next time.